So we welcome to KCFC TV. That's the name of my channel. It's a blues fan channel, and today we're going to be we're going to be having a top 5 talks. Trying to see what's going to happen in the season, what has happened so far in the last season, the summer transfer market, and I'll be throwing a few questions. I'll be throwing a few banter questions to each and every one of us. And let's make this interesting. I hope the fans would enjoy this session. Yeah. So I would start with the champions for the last season, English Premier League, Liverpool FC.
You mean the Corona champions or what?
Oh,
that's okay.
Corona champions. Okay, what do you have to say about that, Grace? What? Hello.
Nothing. I just take the blunt and we move on. A trophy is a trophy.
A trophy is a trophy, but yeah, it took you guys 30 years to win it, and then it also happened during a great pandemic. So, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, but again, you can just see from the point gap, like that we were exceptional, like we were unstoppable for everyone. You can see that.
Okay. So I do have a few questions for you. Grace. So do you think that Liverpool FC would be able to defend the title given the lack of transfers so far in the transfer market? What do you think?
Yeah, basing on the fact what I think about that is that our coach did that in German. He defended it, right? And then can say our players have cohesion. Teams like Chelsea have both. Man City, they have pressure from Champions League. So I still think we have a chance of defending the championship.
Awesome. So you say teams like Chelsea have bought and Man City. I guess you are in the same lane with Klopp when he is talking about how much Man City and Chelsea have invested in the transfer market, and who is backing them, the Olex and the countries like Abu Dhabi backing Man City. So do you think he's really calm about? Do you think
that's true? Because you see, as you can sign, it doesn't mean that you are going to take the trophy. You can see Fulham last season, I think, quite right.
Mm-hmm.
But you see what happened. I think Chelsea, Lampard is a good young manager, but he will need some time to find confidence for his team. So I think as such, Man City focusing more on Champions League, the trophy so bad. Man U, I can't say I'm scared of Man U. That's Man U. They remain Man U. They are under transition. So I think we see players have cohesion. They play together for time. Team has been built by the same which we still available club. So I have a chance.
Okay, awesome. That's great. That's great. But personally, as a Chelsea FC fan, I don't know what you guys think. I think that Chelsea are trying to make a statement. We're coming for that title. Like we're gunning for it. You feel me? So, anyways,
you're going for it, but bring 8 players and go for it. Unless they're from the league.
It depends. It depends the quality of the 8 players you're bringing in. These are guys who have been tested internationally, who have international caps as well. So it depends. You can really.
Yeah, that's true. But you remember the Galacticos?
Okay. So, Grace, what does it feel like to wait for 30 years for you to, before you could get the Premier League title? What does it feel like? What does it feel like? What is that feeling? That loyalty, being loyal to Liverpool FC for so long, not winning any trophies, that has got to take some amount of patience.
I think it feels like COVID spoiled the party. We never made a parade, but it feels so good. I felt like maybe it felt bad for someone like Gerard who missed out, but it felt like I felt before. Ever since 2005 Champions League, 2018, 19 Champions League was okay, but 2005 felt like this. It was ecstatic, for all the fans I know. It was me that was unbelievable.
All right. I don't know if anybody has any questions to throw out, Grace. Anybody from what he has said so far. Because personally, I think clubs like Manchester City, I also have a feeling that Arsenal will,
You can be champion.
Arsenal, challenge a little bit for the title this season, this coming season.
Grace, we got the community shield. We played so easy against you. So, how confident are you saying that the title you can defend the title?
No, that was we don't curtain rate no one.
So that's not a title for you. It's a shield.
No. That's for Man U to treble.
No, I think he's just trying to play with us. It's okay to accept you were defeated. That's fine. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad about it.
Man U
And worst of it all, being Arsenal, people always troll them for not winning titles. But since this guy is there, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So you can accept that you got beaten, even if it's with penalties. It's fine. Arsenal won you guys in the Community Shield, so that's it.
Yeah, we lost to us, no? That's it. But all I want is a Champions Trophy, Premier League trophy that I need.
Cool. Okay, so moving on to Manchester City FC. We have Martin King in the house. Martin King.
Yes.
The only king in Africa. So Martin is a good friend of mine, so I know him from church and everything. So Martin, my questions for you.
Yeah.
I think we all know that Manchester City employed or signed Pep Guardiola to get them the Champions League. We know that that's his number one target as the as a manager. That's his number one goal. So what do you think about his performances so far that having not achieved that goal which he was signed to come and achieve? What do you think his performances so far has been as a City fan?
I think the English Premier League is way bigger than the Champions League, and of course it's a trophy that City is looking for. But when you look at Pep's coming to the team and you look at the project that was put in place under his leadership, I think he's been amazing because it's not all about winning trophies and all those things. Yes, we are winning trophies, but there is a particular trophy we are looking for. But at the end of the day, let's look at the quality of the football they play. It's amazing. So to me, his coming has been great, yeah. But on the other hand, if we have to look at just the Champions League, then I think personally, I also have a lot of questions because if you look at the past 3 seasons, the way we lost, the lineup he started with was a big problem. So now that's where my question goes to. Is it that most of the formations that he's been using in the Champions League and probably winning with big margins, especially at the group stage, was it try and error? Because I think City is one of those teams where you do not have a starting 11 for quite some time. There is no starting 11. So today he's going to do this, he's going to play this person there. At times it really works, but now the bigger question is, especially after the loss to Lyon, where everybody is asking questions and the top management is also asking questions, what was that? We really identify the fact that this season it's been difficult, especially with the defense, but I think Garcia was not that bad, and if he had to go with the attacking formula that we are used to, I don't think Lyon could resist City in any way. So yeah, that would be my overall point of view on Champions League and Pep Guardiola.
Personally, I think that Pep Guardiola did some overthinking when he came to the match against Lyon. He could have gone with the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think when it comes to bigger stages and when it comes to challenging, also due to the pressure from the media and everything, I feel that that affected his tactical changes for that match. When it comes.
But how the question is how long will that happen? Because for the past 3 seasons, we've witnessed almost the same thing. And even if you also look at the league matches that he probably lost, to a certain extent, he switched the lineup. And the match against Lyon, it's so painful because of this in the Premier League one and Rodri. Now, that pair, they are good, but it's not really happening for some reason. Now, he added more pain to injury by putting Fernandinho in the midfield. So we're playing with 3 like defensive midfielders, something we've not done the entire season. And Fernandinho has been playing mostly at the defense. And you take De Bruyne, who can create opportunities from anywhere in the field, and you start him as I would say that was really, really careless. That shouldn't be considered as an error. That was
what do you think?
Overthinking.
Yeah. What do you think? Because I didn't see any injuries in the squad that would have made him make those kind of changes. So like, what would you say is the problem with Pep when it comes to Champions League? So what would you say is the situation? Do you think you guys don't really need?
I think it's.
Do you think you guys don't really need a Pep to win the Champions League?
No, I think. No, we need it, but I think he needs to go easy on it because to a greater extent, I feel it's pressure on to come up to probably make his way out. But that's not necessary. At times he needs to trust the guys because except having a probably registered or well-known defender to pair up with Laporte, the entire field was complete. Aguero was absent, but Jesus was there, and he's having some really good stats. And I think he's highly underrated. So everything was there, and he's the one. I think that loss, it's on Pep. He messed it up. He was just overthinking.
Oh, right.
Can I jump in here real quick? I just want to know something for Man City, because I think they play beautiful football. I really do. I think that where Arsenal wants to go, I think in a way we need to emulate where Man City is right now. I think that loss to Lyon, that was an embarrassment really when it comes to Pep. You guys have won the Premier League. You guys have won the Premier League without Pep. This is not why you brought Pep to Man City. You brought Pep to Man City so he can try to win a Champions League with you guys. He didn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. He didn't win the Champions League without Messi. And I think if he doesn't win the Champions League this year, Man City really needs to look at finding somebody else, because he will always be a Premier League legend coach, because he's won 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's won 3 Premier League championships with Man City. But I think the time I think Man City fans really need to look at themselves in the mirror and say, are we really giving this guy more credit than what he deserves because he hasn't won the Champions League with anybody besides Messi. He went to Bayern Munich, didn't win the Champions League. He's been with Man City, he didn't win the Champions League. He has all the talent in the world in that team to win the Champions League. And he overthinks sometimes, like you said, Martin. He overthinks sometimes when the Lyon, it was written in the stars for him to go to the final and maybe win the Champions League last season. And he didn't win it.
Yes.
Yeah, and he just overthinks. And I think will always be a stain on him they will always, when it's all said and done, they will always say he never won a Champions League without Messi. Yeah. He went to Bayern Munich, he went to Man City, he will go to another team, he will never win a Champions League again. He is a master when it comes to the leagues.
Yeah.
But he will never win the Champions League unless he figures out something, or like I said, Man City needs to really think about replacing him this season if he exits out in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What you said, it's completely true.
Need to replace Pep, but I don't see on the market. Whom should they replace Pep? Just to ask.
See, I think I don't know if I can respond to that. I think right now we do not need to replace him because apart from the Champions League kind of mess up.
No, I'm not saying now. I'm not saying now.
Yeah. But on the other hand, when you look at the quality of the football City is playing since the arrival of Pep, I think it's really been amazing, and that has been some sort of a shadow to the Champions League disaster that has been going on. But yeah, I think listening to what the management has probably put up as comments post his loss, I think that should maybe ring a bell and should see something better this season, because there was a lot of questioning about his lineup, which to me led to everything. And so let's see. But yeah, replacing him even at the end of the season, even if he doesn't win the Champions League, I don't really think that would be necessary. Maybe somebody just needs to put him under pressure not to switch the lineup so bad when he's playing against a team that is more physical, because that's where we've had serious problems the entire season.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. If Pochettino is available, would you take him over Pep right if he doesn't win the Champions League?
Definitely. If I were to
No, I won't.
Oh.
No.
I won't even
No
think
one
about it. I'll stay with Pep. I'll stay with Pep.
No, but I think that's a very good question. I mean, seriously, that's a very good question, because I see Pochettino as a coach who, like, does not perform because he's not gotten the right stars, the right, kind of players he needs to perform. But given his performances in the Premier League, I think I think if you give him the right players, he'll perform. He'll give you output. So I think Pochettino might be.
I agree. Look at what he's done with the Spurs team that he had no money. They didn't give him any money, and look what he's done with them. He took him to the Champions League final.
So yeah, definitely.
Imagine Pochettino with all the star power at Man City.
No, but if we are realistic, Tottenham had a really good team. A really good team. They were probably just underrated because of the trophies they've not been winning. But when you look at individual players with whom Pochettino went that far, that was a really good team.
But
it was a good team, but
what I'm saying
I think you have to credit the manager for making them great. I think none of us knew.
Of course.
Kane was benching in Leicester, I think. Irvings was on loan somewhere. So I think the manager came and made that group of players who they are today.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, moving on, talking about physicality and defenders. Martin, you mentioned, you guys missing a defender to pair up with Laporte. So do you think, going with the summer signings that you guys have made, you guys signed Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. Chelsea had a buyback option on Nathan Ake, and we decided not to take it. So why do you feel like, or do you feel that Nathan Ake is the best option, right now, at the City level?
Well, personally, I have a few question marks because though he also plays well with the right foot, but I have this doubt just for the simple fact that Laporte is also, a left-footed player. But apart from credits, he's in signing, and I think more established right-footed defender, because at times players go on injuries and who will come up, who will step up, and all those things. And Ake can also play, left wing back. But when you look at the stats, I think he's amazing signing for City, because when you look at the number of goals that Bournemouth conceded this season, and among all those goals, he has 0 errors leading to a goal. 0. And that has been a big issue with City, because when you look at most of the guys, they would have an amazing season, but those key matches that we need to win, somebody is going to make that error and it goes inside. But he has 0 errors leading to goal. I think that's more than enough, because as a team and with all the talents that City has, he's going to fit in comfortably. But I still think we need one more, safety established defender to complete, the signings for the season.
All right. Thank you very much, Martin, for those inputs. And I hope you all City fans are watching. And over to you, Delroy. I have a few questions for you. And this is one I've been particularly anxious to know about when it comes to the Jadon Sancho transfer. I think news came out today that Manchester United had made agreements with the agents and the player. But, they're still trying to figure out what's up with Borussia Dortmund. So what do you think about that saga? What do you think about that transfer saga? I think it's a transfer saga that would pull along till the end of the transfer market, I guess. So do you think you is going to pull it off or not?
To be honest, I'm just going to give my honest opinion about the whole saga and the whole, as well as Jadon Sancho. No doubt he's a quality player. You know, he's young, he's English, you know, for the league. He's technically gifted. But in my honest opinion, is it really what we need right now? I don't think so. You know, for me, I like to compare him, and I always use the term, he's a more expensive Marcus Rashford. You know, the style of play is a bit similar. You know, they're young, they want to be flashy when they play, you know. But we've seen it happen time and again where these young stars have one good season, or maybe two at most, and they go to a club for this enormous fee, and then something happens along the way, and then, you know, they're not even worth half of that the following season. So I worry for United's pockets that if we do go ahead with this transfer, it may be a waste of money. You know, we shouldn't be looking at another attacker or midfielder, you know, wide midfielder. We should be putting our focus in areas that we need right now. You know, where the leaks are. I mean, our central defense is. We got the world's most expensive centre back, and you know we don't see it at times. You know, our left back situation is not good at the moment. You know, you got Luke Shaw that's just been injured time and again. Brandon Williams he's young, he's coming up, but he's not yet ready. You know, to make it every game. So those are two positions alone that I think United should put their focus in. You know, as well as maybe a striker. I keep telling the other, you know, United fans that we need a clinical finisher. We need somebody that you're going to trust to score goals. You know, it's like a hitman, for lack of a better word. You know, we don't have that at the moment. We've got Anthony Martial who's trying, but I like to call him this generation's Nani. You know, he's either hot or he's cold. There's no in between. He has a good game or he has a bad game. There's no consistency, and we're playing him up front. You know, Ole has been pushing Rashford and Greenwood wide, which I understand. Maybe he doesn't have many options in those areas, but we need a clinical, experienced finisher. You know, someone like the likes of Sergio Aguero, brilliant finisher. You know, attacker. Lewandowski. Also brilliant when you put them in front of goal and they know where to find the nets. You know, we need somebody experienced like that. Even if you don't have a long-term plan for them, at least if they're in the squad, they can groom the young players like Greenwood. You know, you can look at them and see and say, this is what I want to be. This is how I want to be. I mean, Wayne Rooney had it, and look at what a star he turned out to be. He came into a team where it was Ruud van Nistelrooy, and you know, so he had that mentor to sort of look up to and say, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. And unfortunately, we're putting money on Sancho. You know,
that is quite unfortunate. So, Manchester United fan. But anyways, I think Jadon Sancho is a great player, and I would love to definitely see him in the Premier League, but not in a Chelsea jersey. But whatever you guys want to do, all the best with that transfer. And moving on, because we have less time. I didn't know we were going to talk for this much.
So the next question, the next question is for Emmanuel. So I will take up.
All right.
So
all right. You should me.
So So you guys have signed 8 players. So what do you think about the 8 players? Was it necessary?
Looking at our squad for last season, you know, we mostly play with the young lads, the young players, and you know, also looking at our financial situation. Why not? Why not? If you have the money, why not go to the bank and, you know, get the players? Why not? That's my opinion.
But do you think, you know, do you think all the 8 signings would fit in your starting 11?
Not immediately. Definitely not immediately. To take some time before, you know, these players, you know, get into the team. Looking at they're coming from international leagues as well. from different countries. It's gonna take. Look at Christian Pulisic. It took him about a few weeks, and it was nice man management with from Lampard. To give him some time to settle in the league and all. So I think it definitely takes some time for them to settle in.
So, what do you think? What if the 8 players doesn't succeed? What is going to be Lampard's future?
Oh, he's going for the sack. He's getting the sack definitely. Definitely. It is Chelsea. That is Chelsea for you. Chelsea cannot go out and spend $250 million and expect the 4th position next season. No, that is not happening.
So we all fans think it would be before Christmas.
Well, that is an interesting prediction. That is a very interesting prediction. I'd like to see how that plays out. But definitely, I'm putting my money down on this. Chelsea at least a 2nd or a 3rd position next season. At least a 2nd or.
But I think I'm going to say Fulham in Chelsea. Honestly, I don't see you guys for me. I see you having the same struggle. Don't expect the edge to come and take the page by man. I don't see all the players you put. Okay, I can't remember all of them.
Okay, Grace. Yes. We don't see. I don't expect Lampard to go out and win the title next season. No, if that happens, I'm gonna take off my hats for him. He's good then, but given the amount of money we've spent, given the type of players we've brought in, the likes of Timo Werner, who's been proven in Bundesliga, you have Hakim Ziyech, who's a great midfielder. You have a legend, Thiago Silva, in your team for next season. You have Kai Havertz, a young upcoming player. He also has that advantage of being coached by Lampard, who is one of the best midfielders in Europe. Scoring midfielders in Europe. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great challenge for this new signings. You understand? And I expect them to, settle down. Timo Werner has actually settled down nicely in London. And apart from the injury Hakim Ziyech is going through right now, I think these guys are settling in quite fine. And I also, the advantage that we have the younger players in the team makes it, easier for them to be able to relate, work together. Because these are young people, young players who are just coming up. They'll learn from each other and work together with experiences. The likes of Thiago Silva coming in, that's going to add a lot of professionalism to the Chelsea team, which we didn't see last season. That's going to add a lot of experience. He's going to, and I think he's coming in as a player coach, maybe in some manner, that he's going to come in and try to, touch up that defense. We had a problem with the defense last season. He's going to come in and try to, stabilize. I don't see him playing every game next season because obviously he's 35. I don't see him playing every game next season. I see him 2nd and 3rd position is what we should be aiming for now. Maybe, and then trying to get up to the quarterfinals and semifinals in the Champions League. So that I
if I can step in, I think that's not fair. With the signings that you guys have made, if you do not win the league, then it's a failed season for you guys, because you guys have got established players for almost all the areas. All those players are established players.
Yeah,
so
that is true. That is true. See, Martin, that is true. But see, football is football. These guys are not gonna gel immediately. You understand? And that by the time these guys gel, Man City and Liverpool will be far away from us. Definitely, those guys will be at least 9-6 points away from us by the time we get our squad, to gel together. And basically, Hakim Ziyech is an injury. Ben Chilwell is an injury for the start of the season. Thiago Silva just came to London and he's not training with the team yet. So, bro, there's a lot of factors that affect this thing. So we can't just say, I don't want to be. I don't want to be that loud Chelsea fan who's gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna go for the title. We're gonna go for the title." Hey, we gotta be reasonable here. Come on.
No excuses, no excuses. It's something we are not going to accept, because personally, I think that was in one season, that was too much of a signing. And considering
Bruh, looking at the finances of the clubs right now. See, if there was no Corona, I'm sure City would have gone out and signed 5-6 players this season.
No.
Come on. If there was no Corona, let's think about it. City are big spenders. Like one of the biggest spenders in Premier League this year. Yeah.
No, I think it was the Corona issue was rather an opportunity for City to sign so many players because City is one of those few clubs without a debt, which means they can spend.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at season after season, they are going for specific players. And this is the only season that the director clearly mentioned they may go beyond their regular signing range. And I think that's when they were chasing the Messi issue. And probably Koulibaly that they are still planning to sign. Hopefully that goes through. If not, they have been on a specific age range every season. And they buy, tactically, while the old guys are leaving, they are replacing them on a longer term.
Exactly.
So Chelsea, no excuse. You guys have to win the title. See, you have to win it.
That is what we're trying to do. We're buying young players, young guys who need time. You put the pressure of go get the title. You have that price that 90 million. You have to score 40 goals this season. No, come on. They need time. When you guys came with Guardiola, first season he didn't win any trophy, bruh. He didn't win any trophy in his first season. And you guys spent.
Quick one.
Huh?
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Last season you guys complaining about Kepa. I see you guys addressing the Kepa issue. What's wrong?
You don't see us addressing the Kepa.
The manager.
Oh well, I'm not the manager, but then I think we're going to sign a Mendy from Rennes. I think that deal is very close. That's going to make it our 8th. Is it our 9th or 8th signing for the summer? So
do you think Kepa was the issue? I don't think Kepa was an issue.
We conceded 58 goals last season, bro. That is not a defense problem. That is not a defense problem. Come on, let's look at it.
But he was a 80 million or 75 million signing. A keeper, imagine.
Quite all right. So you could say that his price tag, affected his, gave him a lot of pressure, affected his performance. I think Kepa is going to do great. Maybe, I just think he needs competition. There was nobody there. He had a price tag of 75 million euros and Willy Caballero, bro, as competition. Come on.
I think the main thing was because of release clause and Chelsea was badly because I think he was signed on the last day of the season, right? Towards the end of the season.
We were badly in need of a goalkeeper.
But that was that. But he's an average goalkeeper when we look at goalkeepers who've proven their worth.
I don't think he's worth his price tag. I don't think there's no day I've ever thought that Kepa is up to 75 million euros. No way. No way.
It's because of his release clause. That's what's
why.
happening.
We needed a goalkeeper and we just wanted Kepa. And then looking at our former technical directors, when we have the likes of Michael Emanalo, who was a Nigerian, and I'm so sad to say that he messed up. He messed Chelsea up for a lot of years, signing Torres and the likes of those ones, the flops, and all of them.
Are you trying to Torres was a buy? You happy for him?
Sorry?
I tried Torres was a buy. Were you happy for Chelsea to acquire him?
Sorry, I didn't get you, Grace. Can you come again?
I was saying, I tried to say Torres a bad buy.
Torres?
No. Torres, no.
No.
Torres, no. They just wanted to weaken. They just wanted to weaken Liverpool. That's the only intention they had.
Okay. All right. So I guess I've answered my second question, Gapan. So we're gonna move on so that we all get back to what we.
You can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask the questions you want to Anime. Yeah.
Okay. So Anime, our Gunners fan. Gopan has asked me to ask you this question. He's just escaped. He's just, thrown the baton to you.
No, I'm not going to turn my back. I'm going to support him too.
Okay. So, Amini, do you think Arteta would help Arsenal win the Premier League title?
I think he's on a good. He's gotten to a good start, winning the FA Cup last season and beating Liverpool for the Community Shield, which was a glorified friendly. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good start to the season. They ended the season well last season with the FA Cup. That was a brilliant game. I think the number one goal for Arteta this summer was to lock up Aubameyang. To be honest with you, I don't care if we didn't make any signings for the summer. As long as we locked up Aubameyang, that was the number one thing that they needed to do. Because right now, finding a replacement for Aubameyang would cost 80, 90 million, just like Chelsea paid for Timo Werner. So someone like that doesn't grow on trees. You know, you have to find. You know, you have to really pay the price to get him. I think we have the right player, some of the right players. I think we need improvements in the midfield specifically. We've bought a couple of really good players right now that have good potentials to be great defenders with Saliba and Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the partnership of the future. You know, we still have Luis, so he's, you know, thank you for that, by the way. So, you know, we think he's going to make a mistake every 5 games, 6 games, but, you know, he's injured right now, so we'll see what happens. But I think right now, for me, the most important thing, and I've said it, you know, in my Twitter account sometimes, the most important thing is to sell players, because I think we have a good start with the players that we have right now. And with Arteta kind of talking to the players every day and instilling the pride that Arsenal was and the humility that Arsenal is, and, you know, all the non-negotiables, like he's saying, work hard, you know, no goofing off, you know, give you 100% in training and at the games, because I think Arsenal was known for a stigma that you can come into Arsenal and do whatever you want. The players ran the show when Arsene Wenger used to coach. With Arteta, I don't see the same. I don't see that happening. I think that last year he made really unpopular decisions with benching Ozil, benching Guendouzi, you know, benching a couple of players that were really good, doing a good job, but he still benched them because they weren't given 100%. So I think the mentality is there right now. The mentality is turning. You know, we're not going to win the league this season, obviously, and we're probably not going to win the league next season. But I think top 4, there's a really intelligent conversation to be had about top 4 this season, whether or not we can make it. It's debatable. A lot of people have us still on the 5th position this season because, let's be honest, a lot of people didn't. Spurs didn't improve that much, and Man U didn't improve that much this season. They've only bought Van der Beek from Ajax. So, you know, we've bought more, but sometimes necessarily buying more doesn't mean that you get better. In the case of, you know, Chelsea, you know, it's going to take some time for all those players to gel, in my opinion, because everybody's expecting you now to win the Premier League, but it doesn't work like that. No. You need time to gel. And historically, when you buy more than 4 or 5 players, you know, you don't have a good season as people think that you think that you're going to have. So I think it's always good to freshen up the team that you have, just like we did with Willian and Gabriel and hopefully more. But I think right now what we need a midfielder, we need a creator, because I think last season Arsenal had, if I'm not mistaken, like the worst record of goals scored by midfield for the top 10, I think. We just don't score from the midfield. More than 50% of our goals come from Aubameyang. So I think top 4, yes. I think we can make it this season.
We should do that.
Aston Villa. We lost to Aston Villa.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's. I think that's part of the growing pains, man. You know, like the signs of a great team is playing well even when they're not playing at their best, or winning games even when they're not playing at their best. And I think the signs of the growing pains for the team is, you know, spending all your energy and being Man City or being Liverpool, and then the next week they lose to Aston Villa, and you're left scratching your head. And you're like, what the hell is going on? You know, why? What's going on? You beat Man City or you beat Liverpool, and then you lose to a pub team like Aston Villa. So, you know, Man City and Liverpool, they're not like that. You know, they have the mentality to win games even when they're not playing well. So we're edging towards that goal. I think Arteta's taking us to the right track. And, I think hopefully it'll be better this season.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Amini.
So, how about of playing players like Willock, Nketiah ahead of players like Ozzy? What do you think is wrong?
I don't think anything is wrong. I think Willock is a good player. I just think he needs to develop.
He needs time.
Yeah, he just needs time. Nketiah, the luck that he has that he doesn't have, having Aubameyang in front of him, he's just not going to get in front of Aubameyang or even Lacazette. If Lacazette is sold this summer, which there has been some talks about selling him, I see him playing more games. But I think Nketiah, I wouldn't mind if he goes on another loan, to be honest with you, to get more playing time. But, I think Joe Willock is ready. He just needs to develop. He can get into cup games and Europa League games and things like that. But, he's ready. We've got a couple of great young players, Martinelli and Saka. So
Nelson, we got Nelson.
I'm not really a big fan. I don't know what you think, Gopal. I'm not really a big fan of Nelson. I think when Arteta came in, I think he was choosing him for a lot of games. And I think he was, he had him going. I think he wanted to do the same thing that he did with Sterling and Man City with Nelson. Yep. I just don't think that he's Arsenal material. I think Saka is the real project and the real deal with Martinelli. And I think that's a relationship that can go on for years, hopefully. But, if Nelson gets 20 million in this market, I would happily sell him, to be honest with you.
All right. Thank you, Amini. This question goes to you, Gopan. What do you think about Alba's contract situation at Arsenal? Do you think that it is you guys need to resolve quickly?
There has been news around saying that he has signed a 2-year deal, but I don't know how true the sources are, but there is some news flying around. I strongly feel he is going to sign a contract, and probably Laka going out of the club.
Awesome.
You guys know Arsenal takes the longest times out of all the teams to announce anything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Even your justice. That third one is a surprise. I love it anyways. I love your third kit, like Arsenal away third kit. It's I want to get one of it. Chelsea fans, I'm sorry, but I just love the jersey.
Oh,
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
I saw it this morning. It's really nice.
Yeah,
it is nice. It's nice.
All right. I have one last question for you, Gopan. I had a mini saying that Arteta did well, by getting the FA Cup trophy last season. Do you think you guys really deserve that FA Cup trophy last season, given the situation against Chelsea FC, 1 injury and a red card?
Yeah. See, to be honest, we deserve the title because we played. I feel Chelsea only played for the first 5 minutes. The remaining 85 minutes was played by Arsenal. So
first 5 minutes, we only got the injury. We got. How many minutes did it take for us to get Kovacic off the pitch?
But you see, you if you watch the game clearly, see how Kovacic was messing around the midfield because he would have got a red card before the other player did. Kovacic had a chance to get a red card at the 43rd minute. If he would have got the red card at the 43rd minute, the game would have been different. Arsenal would have won 4-1, or it would have been the Europa Cup revenge, which you guys did.
And plus, we have the worst luck with referees. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
We have the worst luck. So we're bound to get one game. Let the referee be on our side for one game.
Well, you guys have it. You guys can have it.
What penalty like Man United?
Sorry?
Yeah, you sounded like Man United when Howard Webb was still on the pitch.
Even now, when
Even now with Bruno's, you guys are always getting the penalty kicks. It just seems like the referee.
Penalty United.
Yeah, it just seems like the referees want to see them take a penalty kick because of Bruno. Like
Bruno, yeah. I don't see anything other than that, a penalty shoot for Bruno.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. This was really interesting, and that's a wrap for this session. And I would love to get each and every one of us to, shout out our handles, our IG handles. If you have a YouTube page, please shout it out, and let the fans follow you and get to know more, information about this lovely game of football. And we'll have more discussions like this as the season goes. I would love to have each and every one of you, coming back and, talking about the matches, about, what's going on in the Premier League. And I really want to thank you guys again for, taking out your busy times and appearing on this show. I really appreciate. So I'll start from Amini, because he is, I think, one of the our biggest YouTube, and fan so far.
So I'm at YouTube, I'm at Twitter, and I'm at Instagram at the handle @Moroccan Gunner. So check me out,
guys.
And
Moroccan
subscribe
Gunner,
if you can.
Yeah, at Moroccan Gunner, subscribe, hit the notification button, and keep up to date with the Moroccan Gunner.
Yeah, we will follow each other. Yes.
And over to you, Gopan. What's your Insta handle?
I use mine is Gopan_Gunner. So I have an Insta account. I don't have a YouTube channel though. Yeah.
All right, guys. Hit up Gopan @_Gunner, and he has all the information, and he's connected with all the fans around the world when it comes to the EPL. All right, and over to you, Delroy.
No Instagram, no YouTube channel as yet, but it's in the works. It's definitely in the works right now.
All right, cool. So guys, keep up to date with that. I'll hit you guys up, and I'll let you know when Delroy gets his YouTube channel. And thank you, Delroy, for appearing on KCFC TV. We really appreciate. We would love to see you some other time. Over to you, Grace. Grace, I think you're on mute.
No, I'm on mute. Come again.
No, okay, now we can hear you.
Mute.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I use Wamala Grace everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have no YouTube channel. So you can just hit me up. I'll follow back.
All right, guys. You just have to type Wamala Grace, and you'll find our Liverpool FC fan, Wamala Grace, at any platform, FB, Instagram, and Twitter. Awesome. And we have City fan Martin King. Come on, tell us about you.
Oh, I think I'm on only on Instagram and Facebook. I'm really on social media for the past 1 year. My life was so messed up, but yeah, I'm more active this time around. So you can hit me on Neba Martin, that's on Instagram, and if you hit the same name, you can get me on Facebook.
All right, guys. Neba Martin on Instagram and Facebook. So follow him and keep up to date with Manchester City updates. All right. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate, and I would love to be in contact with all of you guys. It was an amazing time. I really appreciate it. Thank you all.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah, bye.
Cheers. Martin, you.
Yes, sir.
You. I'm loyal, sir. I'm very, very loyal.
By the way, any
Sorry.
any predictions? Arsenal Fulham?
Arsenal Fulham.
Arsenal's gonna win.
No.
2-0 to Arsenal.
No. I don't agree. It's a draw.
I don't think so.
It's not gonna be a draw.